So if you look at my bio, yeah, I dance. Yes, I act. Yes, I'm a published author twice. Yes, I've been hosting major keynotes with corporations and na. So it's been a fun playground, this thing called life.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer. And joining me as usual is the fabulous Rayceen Pendarvis. Hi Rayceen.
Oh, how are you? Greetings and salutations to all.
Of
We
course.
are so honored today and to have this amazing gentleman with us to do a light of wonderful empowerment, transformation. He's an actor, an author, a teacher. Oh my God, he's an amazing soul. And we're so honored to have you with us today, Mr. Carlton Wilborn.
Thank you guys so much. Happy morning. Happy morning.
Happy morning to you. Happy morning to you. Thank
happy
you so
afternoon
much.
To you. Happy morning to me. That's right.
Of course. You know, and for audience out there, could you just give them a little bit about your background for us, please?
Yeah, sure. I am originally from Chicago. I grew up a little black boy in the hood on the south side, and family of 5. I'm the baby. And I started dancing when I started dancing in high school. There's a magnet school there called Whitney Young. Actually, myself and our lovely chocolate first lady went to high school together. Michelle Obama, same class, same dance class.
My goodness.
There's conversations on that. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
But anyway, so I went to that school when I was 14. And then I joined a professional company, Hubbard Street Dance Company. It's the premier company of the city. It still is. I joined them when I was 17. I rode that out for about 5 years. I left the country and went to Australia and worked with the Sydney Dance Company for about 9 months. Left that, came back to the States, worked with a ballet company in Columbus, Ohio as a guest artist for 9 months, and then made my way to Hollywood. And that happened about June of '89. Is when I arrived here. Yes, I've been here. It's crazy. I mean, I'm at 31 years now.
Yes.
In LA.
Crazy.
So that's that. And, 6 months later, all the Madonna stuff jumped off in the beginning of 1990. And that was the game changer.
And that was the game changer.
It opened up a lot of other things. And then my acting career started actually even before then. So I started my first movie in Chicago before I moved to LA. And that's actually what got me set up. So, I've had my acting career and, but I'm a double Gemini, and the way that God has really worked with me is he has really inundated into me a lot of different skill sets. So if you look at my bio, yeah, I dance. Yes, I act. Yes, I'm a published author twice. Yes, I've been hosting major keynotes with corporations and na. So it's been a fun playground, this thing called life.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Your career is so it's so full circle. You have embodied everything that an artist would like to have in their resume, because you've covered it all, the gamut.
Thank you.
And then what I love about how you now have this amazing series, Living Front and Center, and how you use the arts and the elements of arts around spirituality and how you use that to heal. So tell us more about that project.
Yeah, thank you for asking about that. That's been a journey for me, how I got to that. Look, so much of my journey really has been about finding a way to celebrate the things that God made specific to be me, and so that being said, right now the life coaching work that I do has been largely based around my progressive coaching program called Dance Formation. So I've created the first ever movement based through dance life coaching program. But to Rayceen, your question, I started realizing, if God say that what the devil meant for evil, I will use for your good. Right. Then I got that message. I can't remember exactly when it landed on me, but I got it. It resonated. I knew that I needed to start working it. So to all the areas of my life that I didn't like, y'all, I never really wanted to be a dancer. Isn't that a fascinating reality?
That is very, very fascinating.
I never really wanted to be a dancer, and I've had to make amends regarding my emotions about my dance life. So I realized I wanted to take all this stuff that I realized was causing me. And I'm talking to folks and friends, and it's causing them similar things. So I just started looking at using my personal life journey to be the way out, and the specifics that make me be the way out, which were also the things, again, that I shunned for years. So,
of course.
You know, it came through a lot of prayer. 2013 is really when it got localized in the event model. You know, I started coaching in 2009. So 2013 is when Transformation came. And I kept hearing God say, I literally heard it like this. He said, you can keep doing what you want to do, but if you don't do what I told you to do, you will forever be unrest. This is literally like the download that I kept hearing. And then it became true, because I would get some other cool project and I would go off and work on a movie. And then I hear, but you didn't finish that thing. But what about that thing? Yeah. And then I go get some other thing that had some razzle dazzle around it. And I'd come back from the reception and I'm a little turned, and I'd go home and God say, you can celebrate this, but what about that thing? And once I did, the red carpet ride that I've been on since I've chosen to live and celebrate what is authentic to me.
Yeah.
Never saw that coming.
Tell me what. This is a long, beautiful journey and career. Tell me, what's been the most fulfilling moment that you can remember? The thing that you've done or the thing that has happened that's been the most fulfilling for you?
Dude, it's a recent one. The most fulfilling for me, y'all seriously hear me on this. Only got to happen, what is this, July 23rd? I'm saying this happened for me maybe a month ago, related to my dad. You know, I grew up in Chicago. I'm the baby of 5. Dad was in the house. He was with us. He was there. He kept food. He kept us. He did his thing as a dad. But my dad was always, he and I had a really unaddressed dynamic, to where, again, as I said at the top, I've been out here for 31 years.
Yeah.
Right? The dad that I grew up with and raised me and all that only came to visit me for the first time last July.
Wow.
So there was a lot of emotion, obviously, about that. And here I am out in Hollywood trying to do circus tricks to, you know, get your approval and make you proud of me, and realize that my dad has never really fully ever seen my full performing career. Even in his visit, and this is getting to your point, even during his visit, you know, I brought it up to him that he'd never come to my stuff, all the concerts, all the, you know, on set, never around. And he reminded me that he had come once when I was at Hubbard Street, and apparently my mom was sick, and she asked him to go with her girlfriend that she was going to go with. When he said that to me, I was like, I vaguely remember that story, but the wrap up is, during a yoga session about 4 weeks ago, off of a photograph that I have, that I got blown up, I started having all this shifting with my dad. He came out to visit me. He said some things that were not great, literally on the last day, 5 hours before he was back on the plane. So I was still in some resentments. Cut to the end of my yoga practice, I have this swirling. It came to me. I got it. I was like, what? And the download said, and now, Carlton, your dad is one of your angels. And I was like, huh? What you mean? I'm like, No, he just did that. He still didn't. And not only did I hear it, y'all, but it was in my system in that moment. I was in awe, laying on my floor on my mat, and it's looping all the scenarios that I had heat about. And I realized in that moment that that thing that every child wants to have, which is to feel the love of their parent. Y'all taking me there already. I hate
That's
you.
all right.
This ain't right. This is Thursday.
Listen.
Whatever. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
It's amazing. But it goes to show.
So that really is it. I mean, seriously, like I arrived at 56 years old, which I am, organically, by God, because I wasn't even pondering my dad that much the day before or whatever. That's how God works. So the big shift for me is feeling anchored in the world for the first time in my life.
How profound is
with
that?
the energy of my dad's support rested in my system.
Yeah.
But see, that's
Amazing.
God's understanding when you're obedient. And when you listen, God is always teaching you. And he's always showing you that we, on this journey called life, we are constantly learning. And as we mature and begin to walk this journey, God is always showing up and teaching us lessons throughout the journey. And the things from our past, he heals in our future.
Listen to me.
Journey.
Everything that you're saying is 1,000% spot on to what I'm experiencing right now. And I've been saying to some friends that are really close to me out here, it's wild. I'm saying like my life, meaning the last 6, 7, 8 years with velocity, the things that God is handling and managing. And it just is like, I was saying to a friend literally earlier this morning around education. And like one of the things I'm the most excited about right now in my life is that I'm getting some new up-leveling education. Like tomorrow, I've got a female that's doing some coaching for me around Zoom, this thing. Because the Zoom platform that y'all called me into again, it's no joke, like all the things that you can do on the back end.
Yes,
whiteboards and play music and in the waiting room and breakouts. And so
can I tell you, as someone who is at a certain age,
and wearing loveliness all the time.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm in my best time of my life. I am living the best time of my life. I'm learning so much about me and so much about becoming and celebrating becoming an elder. And the experience and the joy with that. And fully embracing everything.
Sure, that is the beautiful thing about this humanity season that we're in, that we're in, what I call the humanity reboot. Yeah. Is the level of communication. I mean, listen, God knows how to do what God does, right? Because once again, while it looks like crazy and mashugana and all of that to us right now, he's going, I got you for all the other stuff, the job and the career and the stuff, but I need to get human right on the foundational level, which is relational. Folks home, dealing with kids, Rayceen, as you say, talking, engage. I've been more worn out lately from back-to-back phone calls with people. Checking in, how you doing? It's been 5 years, boom, boom, boom. But it's powerful, though. There's a lot of power in that. And I have to say, sorry, there's a big old trash can outside. It's really loud.
That's okay.
Hear that? That's crazy. It's called Real Talk, y'all. Here we are. No, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So I was going to say, what I'm loving about this season right now for me is that it's really empowered me. All of it.
Yes.
COVID, Black Lives Matter, all of it for how my journey has been. And so, Rayceen, as you say, I've been also sharing with friends, like, this is the most, I am living the best I've ever lived in my entire life. And I get to say that because of the perspective I now have on myself, the perspective I have on myself in relation to the world, and my understanding about my relationship with God.
Yeah.
And so I'm so full and feel quite invincible, to be really honest right now. And it's awesome. It's awesome.
I love that. I love that because I have been saying that, you know, for me, this has been such a time of introspection, self-reflection, really, you know, knowing oneself, understanding one's relation with others, one's relations with the world, you know, how your past influences your future, how it affects one's present, how we move forward. Just, it has been one of those. So I've looked at this moment as really like a pause, this time to really take in everything, take in oneself, understand oneself, and it's honestly been really, really healing. Very healing.
Absolutely, man. And you know, a lot of my conversation right now to folks is, so we're inside of this 2020, right? It's a 2020 year, it's a 2020 vision. Okay, great. Everybody's concerned about the world. When are we gonna come back? It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back, not as our normal life, but a new normal. All that's fine. And my conversation is, but if the 2020 is in order collectively, then we got to make sure that we as individual humans are part of the evolution that is established when it all comes back. That not just companies and businesses are reshaped and you have new business skill sets because now you know how to do shit online, excuse my language, but you yourself as a beingness contribute to the 2020. So I love it what you just said.
You gotta tell us what your upcoming things are, upcoming projects, all of that. You know, plug anything you have coming out. And how can people follow you?
Sure. So you can follow me. All my social stuff is jacked up, so there's no consistency to it. Just figure it out. So my IG is Carlton Wilborn Rising. That's my IG, Carlton Wilborn Rising. You can check out a bunch of different websites. Just go to carltonwilborn.com. There's a bunch of stuff there. I am Carlton Wilborn USA on Facebook. If you Google Carlton Wilborn, y'all will find me somewhere. So
what are you on Twitter?
Carlton Wilborn.
Okay, and I'm going to follow you from my personal account, Rayceen.
Oh, please do. As you clutch, I see. Yeah. Yes, please do, darling. Please do, yes.
Pendarvis, HRH, Her Royal Highness. So I'm going to follow my personal.
No, please do.
I am.
So what am I up to? You know, it's, again, as this time has been very prospering for me. So a little backstory, I was working a lot in Rio, in Brazil in 2018, 2019. Through those engagements, I got to do one of my dance formation events. That being said, I've been in constant communication. I was actually supposed to be back in Rio in April. I have been brought on to work with Coca-Cola Global Brazil, the corporation, as an in-house coach for their executives. And so that is stuff that's been working and moving forward via here and now the way that we have to do it. And so that's exciting with my coaching work. I am starting a new TV series as a series regular that's going to be jumping off, and whenever we get back, just had a walk through a park with the EP of the show. And that's going to be super fun and exciting and great for me to be back in that medium to that level. And then the thing that I'm really excited about is my coaching work. You know, I am right now partnered up with a company that's helping me get both of my coaching programs, my I Am Empowered workbook and my dance formation program, as digital formats, digital product.
But I must say, I could not allow you to leave in this moment and not say to you that.
And not do what?
And not say these words to you and let you know how, whenever I look at you, from the very first time I looked at you, you walked into a space and commanded, and you stood among so many people. And I looked at this beautiful light around you, the structure in your face from all of your ancestors, this kingly essence of your being, and seeing you evolve on this spiritual journey and become this man God is placing you and allowing you to walk in this light of that. As you maneuver and go through the world, it is if you are carrying the spirit of your ancestors with you. It is so profound from the very first time. And then when I saw you, when you clicked on, it was like looking at this king standing before.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. You're very, very, very kind. Thank you for those words. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Rayceen, and thanks. And you just close us out with that one.
All right, and most
Thank
of
you,
all,
guys.
oh, thank you, and to our viewers, thank you for watching.